ओ प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी, प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी, प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी, प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी।
So Sitaram, my dear devotees. Vidushim Swagatam, welcome to this humble place of worship, the Radha Krishna Mandir. We gather here once more to offer prayer and pratishtha to the lotus-like feet of Bhagavan. Tonight is again a true honor and privilege to be in the accompanying presence of all of you, to join together in the spirit of bhakti, in the spirit of devotion. And whenever we enter Mandir together, we are not just strangers who are having our own lives, having our own dealings. We come together united as a family in one to worship the feet of the Lord. First and foremost, I'd like to pay my respects, as I always do, to Pandit Gan, the late great Pandit Radha Krishna Sharma, whose love and dedication and efforts would have physically and quite literally built these four walls to allow us to come together and appreciate ourselves at Bhagavan. I want to then thank his Dharmapatni Ma, who constantly and allows us graciously as Pandits to perform our seva, but more importantly, she reminds us of our duty. That this pulpit holds, that this Vyas, Asan holds. Thank you, Ma, for giving us the opportunity. I then want to say thank you to the members of the Radha Krishna Mandir. Running a temple, by no means is an easy feat. And especially to do it time and time again, night after night, in a Navratri setting, is even that more commendable. So, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak with you all tonight and continuing to do this for the next 6 nights. I'd also like to take a moment to say thank you to my parents, Mataji, Pitaji. I would not be who I am without them, so thank you, Mom, Dad. My siblings, my in-laws, my little baby niece who you'll see dance. Everyone gets to see a little bit of dancing later. To my Devi, Sri Devi, and her parents also, who is listening with us online, and our many various viewers online virtually. Love, support, dedication, practice over and over. Thank you to them. And lastly, to all of you beautiful devotees, we will not be able to have a gathering as a Mandir if it's not for all you beautiful faces to come here tonight. There's a westernized word of divine intervention, but I like to rather say it's more karmic destiny that we have all found ourselves in. You could have virtually been anywhere at any point. You could have been at home, in your couch, asleep, watching Netflix, doing anything. But you have found some reason, not just to hear me, or whoever sat here, but you have found yourself for some reason to come at the feet of Bhagavan. And in a simple way, whether that's offering a flower, a drop of water, making a wave of arti, in some way you have found yourself at divinity. So it's beyond commendable. Thank you for coming and joining with us. And before I begin, in our Katha for tonight, we have a very interesting asura. Last night we heard from Ramchatramanas of a devotee known as Shabri, a devotee whose life exemplified pure and utter devotion. But tonight, we hear about an asura, and we hear about this form of Devi who defeats him. Pratamam Shaila Putricha, Dvitiyam Brahmachari, Tritiyam Chandriganteti. The first night you would have heard of Shaila Putri Mata, the daughter of the mountain, what symbolizes and represents pure foundational strength. How do we start Navratri? Lackadaisical, we have to be twisting and turning to come to Mandir. Or do we start as strong? In our convictions and in our prayer, we say we are going to start as Vrata Navrat to Devi Ma. Last night we heard Brahmachari, the one who represents Tapasya, sacrifice. What sacrifices do we make? Sacrifices to come to Mandir, sacrifices to clean your puja room, sacrifices to make arti, sacrifices to bring. I saw numerous beautiful flowers come tonight. Sacrifices like those are made in a simple task to offer one to Bhagavan. Making a little bit of food, as I like to say all the time, having dinner with Bhagavan. If you come with a banana, an apple, a bit of prasad, do we make those sacrifices? Last night we heard about the sacrifices of Brahmachari Devi, of Shabari. And tonight we hear about Chandraganta Mata, the fierce, the ferocious, the strong form of Ma. Before we get into Katha, we close our eyes, we bow our heads, we cover them if we have our knees. We pay obeisons in the form of repetitious mantras to attune our mind, our body, our spirit into that of praying and praising Bhagavan. We join together. Om Hari Om
यतीन्द्रियं बुद्धिमताम्
अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलावदेहं धनुवनधनकृशानं ज्ञानिनामाग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वाररारामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वाद्यजातं नमामि। ॐ सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्र मूर्ते सदायिनी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। ॐ सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जयन्ती मङ्गलाकाली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा दात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय वष्माङ्गरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शून्याय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। उमापति महादेव की जय। Today's Saturday, and we missed them if we did not sing and follow along in our handout. The Sri Hanuman Chalisa. We sing together. Shri Guru Charana Saroja निज मन मुकुर सुधारी वरनो रघुवर विमल जशो जो जायक फलचारी बुद्धहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई सहस बदन तुमरो यश गावे सत्यकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा कुबीर दिक्पाल जहाने तुम उपकार सुग्रीवनि कीना तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना युग सहस्र योजन परिवानु प्रभु मुद्रिका में मुख माही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे सब सुख लगे तुम्हारी शरणा आपन तेज सम I want you all to close your eyes for a moment and visualize something with me. Imagine there's a world that exists out there where temples like this are silent, where sacred fires of the yajna have gone cold, where the prayers that once rose above like the incense smoke that goes up to the heavens, that they no longer exist, where there are rivers flowing, where the sun rises, where the stars that exist are still, and something essential is missing. A light that was always there, is no longer. A presence that was held is absent. And this isn't a leela about a fairy tale world or a far-place world. It is a description of what happens when this world takes the throne, when ego takes the throne. At tonight's Katha, every night, there should be, or typically be, a theme, I would say. So last night was devotion. Tonight would be ego. And not that that's what we would have, but we would like to be devoid of. And the individual we have tonight is someone who was puffed, who was filled, who was everything about him was egotistical. And here in this Katha, there's a pride. A pride that is sitting where wisdom should ultimately sit. Where power is starting to replace purpose. Where when you should be deciding to serve, this individual is deciding to rule. And the world that we enter in tonight, the Katha that we are going to embark in tonight, is a world that is in need of that divine Shakti. A world that is waiting for her to come. Tonight being that third night of Navratri, as I mentioned earlier tonight, after 3 nights, first was Shailaputri, second Brahmacharini, tonight Chandraganta. We are going to hear this term as a recurring theme in our Katha of courage. The courage that we all need to face whenever we are avoiding something. The courage to name the darknesses in our own life. Yesterday I mentioned we all have a purpose and a reason driven here to come to Mandir. Whether we want to agree with it or not, it's not just food and not just the parasad or the beautiful bhajanavalis. We have an inner purpose, whether you realize it or not, that you found yourself here at the feet of Bhagavan. And before we start to hear about her, this Shakti, this divinity, this divine form of Ma, we need to understand the darkness that came first. What she came face to face with. And we've heard this a million times over of an asura, of a demon known as Mahishasura. And Mahishasura is not just in only a Leela story or a Katha that pundits preach to you over and over again. Mahishasura is something that exists, I'm sorry to say it, bearer of bad news. They exist in all of us. And it's something that we must recognize. Why? So we can change it, so we can fix it, so we can replace it with who? Adi Shakti. And here it is, just like a Marvel character or, a TV show. Every villain has an arc. Every villain has an origin story. But Mahishasura was dealt the bad end of the stick, as I would say. He wasn't pure evil from birth. It is one of a quite sad tragedy, it's really sad to hear. He wasn't necessarily evil, he wasn't necessarily bad. And the Srimad Devi Bhagavad tells us that long ago lived 2 Danava brothers. 2 Danava brothers, sons of Danu, powerful, proud, deeply sorrowful. And because they had no children, no heir, no one to carry the name forward, in desperation they went to the riverbanks. And they sat in tapasya. Last night we had tapasya. In sacrifice and devotion. And one of the brother, he decided that he did not want to live in this mortal coil anymore. So he rid himself from it. And the other brother wanted a boon. And he wanted, after years of devotion and austerity, he wanted a son. And he's asking Bhagavan after his years of tapasya, he says, "Oh Lord, grant me a son. Grant me a son that will be invincible, unconquerable by any devata. Remember, they are asuras. Any Danava, any men, a son who can conquer the 3 worlds and avenge everything that has been taken from us. And he's saying this while in Tapasya. Agni is there, and Agni rules the fire. He says, okay, so too if you will have a son, and you will get a son even more powerful than yourself. There's no doubt to this. But beware that all of what you are asking for, they say be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. Or he's asking for this, and Agni says, sure, you'll get it. Just be careful what you're asking for. Understand what you're asking for. And soon came to be that the son was born named Mahishasura. Because in his birth, they decided, you know what? We are going to make him something special about him. We are going to make him the chief of the Danavas. Seeing this extraordinary child, they placed him on the throne instantly. And I want you to understand and sit with this for a moment. Before we judge him, because everyone says Asuras are bad, Mahishasura is bad. Before we condemn him as being so low, Mahishasura didn't choose his birth. He didn't choose to ask to come here. He was born out of the boon of a fire. He did not choose to come into a world already shaped by grief, already shaped by injustice, already shaped into war. And it sounds like a real life thing, no? People are suffering from that too. He was born into a story written by someone else's desire. And here, my dear devotees, there's something that all of us can relate to. How many of us are carrying the stories that was written before we even arrived? Wounds, whether it be from our parents, whether it be from our family lineage, whether it be patterns from our grandparents or patterns from people who came before us. Anger that wasn't actually originally ours, but we've inherited it. And I ask you tonight, what do you do with that? Do you say that your circumstances are, oh, well, I was born into it, so I'm this way? Or do we choose to say that I have a choice? I said it last night, free will is such a beautiful thing that humans have. We have the choice to do whatever we want. We have the choice to climb. We have the choice to reach to the highest aspects. Or we have the choice to say, well, you know, I was born like this. I come like this. I am like this. I called back to Shabri last night. She didn't say that. She didn't say, oh, well, I was born in the forest. I was a dweller of low. There's nothing I can do. No. She prostrated herself in bhakti, in tapasya. And who did she end up getting to meet? Mayara Purushottam Sri Ram, who came at her feet, who ate those berries. You heard this? You are not born into the circumstances that you are in. You have free will choice. But you know, with that choice is beauty in it. You have the choice to do good, or you have the choice to do bad. Or what we perceive to be bad. And Mahishasura made a fatal choice. He made a fatal choice to choose the latter. And being a young being, he was doing something remarkable. He didn't just inherit this throne. He didn't just get the power that was given to him. Remember, they put him on a pedestal. He decided to go higher with it. He climbed the mountains. He went to the center of the world. He said, you know what, I am going to do sincere tapasya. And he sat. He sat in burning austerity, meditating upon his Ishtadevata for 10,000 years. It sounds far-fetched, right? Because sometimes we can only sit for 10 minutes in meditation and we break our attention. Sometimes we can only do 9 nights in Navratri, and after that we say, Baba, taking a break from temple. And I think a break from temple because Bhagavan doesn't, you don't want Bhagavan to take a break from you. So, Mahishasura is doing this for 10,000 years. And there's real power in that. It shows us real discipline, real devotion. And this is what makes this Leela so heartbreaking. Because the Devi Bhagavad goes on to tell us that Brahmaji, after years of tapasya, him himself came in the face of Mahishasura. He arrived on his vehicle and he says to him, he says, oh, son of virtue, ask from me what is your desired object, and I'll grant you your boon. You know, the Puranic rule is that whatever, and I tell you a little secret tonight. So make sure you utilize it. The Puranic rule is that whatever you offer to these devis and devatas, once you do it separately, with a clean heart, a clean mind, love, satya, dharma, shanti, prem, once you exhibit that, whatever you ask for, they will give it to you. That's the Puranic law. They will give it to you. But remember, you must do it cleanly. So Mahishasura is in front of Brahma and he says, you know what? Brahmaji, I want to become immortal. Don't we all? Don't we all want to become immortal? You should say no, but we do. There's a day that's going to come, unfortunately, and you have to be a bear bad news, where Yamraj is going to, and we will never know when that day will be. But there's a beauty in life. Is to live it in fast journey. Utilize it by praying to Bhagavan. But understand that when that day comes, you're okay with it. But Mahishasura didn't want to be okay with it. He asked Brahma, he said, I want to be immortal. Let me never have a fear of death. You don't have to answer me, don't shake your head or not, but food for thought. Are we afraid for when that time comes? And Brahmaji, he shook his head gently. He said, Mahishasura, no. Birth must always be followed by death. Death must always be followed by birth. That is the eternal law of nature. Even the highest of mountains, the vastest of oceans, all beings that come throughout all time, we all know this. But you are virtuous, O Mahishasura. Ask any other boon and I can grant it. So Mahishasura thought. He thought and he thought. He's thinking. He says, you know what? Okay. I will ask for that no devata, no danava, no human, no person of the male genetics be able to cause death to me. And that there is none amongst any woman that can cause death to me. So Brahma says, but so you're asking for men, you're asking for danavas, you're asking for devas. So you're not afraid if a woman brings you destruction? He says, no, a woman can't even come close to bringing my destruction. So I don't even need to ask for that. So Brahma says, okay. He says, a woman is too weak to even slay me. They are too weak to even kill me if that was to come to it. So I'm not even going to ask. And Brahmaji, round at the laws of boon giving, he says, okay, so be it. If that is what you want, so be it, Mahishasura. Mahishasura thought he was being clever. He had studied all the strategies, he was wise. He knew battlefields, he knew players, he knew all of it. He mapped every threat up here because he was king. Every god, every demon, every man who could have opposed him, he knew with complete confidence that they would not even come close. But he left one door open. He left one door open. And he would have not imagined, we will hear later, he would not imagine who would come walking through those doors. Mahishasura spent tens of thousands of years continuing his spiritual practice. He asked for invulnerability, he asked for power, he asked for certainty. You know what he didn't ask for? And I hope in your prayers you do ask for it. Because I'm only a vessel, I'm here to pray with you. But he asked for all these luxuries. But he never asked for wisdom. He never asked for peace. He never asked for happiness. He never asked for a calm mind. I say when I say Mandir, I say, oh Prabhu, I ask me to have peace in my work, in my life, in my school, in my academics. But most importantly, oh Lord, all I want is peace of mind. Peace of mind away from the bills, peace of mind away from the troubles, peace of mind away from the issues that I may have. But Mahishasura didn't ask for that. He wanted everything material. He took all that tapasya, all that discipline, all that, and put it into the service of ego. And this is, my dear friends, what we have to look at. How many of us are pursuing spiritual practices and use it to feel superior to one another? How many of us will pray and fast and do all the necessary in a vrat to make it a better image of ourselves, that we are doing this at face value? Or how much of us are listening to really transform ourselves? We talked about the now, how about last night? The 9 steps to the highway of devotion. How can we transform ourselves? Navratri is a transformative period, I sound like I'm going on and on, but it's really about going in here, making an utter difference. It doesn't make any sense. I can say how many stories or how many leelas alone, but if we are not taking steps to change, there's no use. So this tapasya of Mahishasura, this tapasya that he was doing, the sacrifice that he was doing, he was refining his inner ego. And armed with this bone of ego, he returned back to his throne. He was never humble, never reflective, never grateful. He returned with fire in his eyes, ambition in his chest. How many of us know individuals like that? Don't answer me. But individuals who will say, I am. There's no one better than me. There's no one can do this as me. I can do, I. That ego. Mahishasura is exemplifying that ego. So he gathered his army, the greatest force that the three worlds had ever seen. Great generals, great army figures. The Katha is long, but I'm trying to make it into a conciseness. And Mahishasura looked at all this, all that he accomplished, all that he gained, all that he has. And you know what he did after? He looked up. And he said, one thing that I don't have is the heavens. And you know what? I want that. I want Dev Lok. I want the heavens that the gods are in. And I'm going to achieve it. He sent a message to Indra, Raja Indra, the king of the gods. And he says, Indra, I'm warning you. Step down from your post. And I'm going to take over the heavens. He says to him, O thousand eyed one, quit the heavens and go anywhere you like. Remove yourself. That's how puffed Mahishasura with ego. That's like if you were calling a prime minister of a country and said, step down, I'm taking over now. That's what he did. And Mahishasura with his deed, with his ego, it did not let him see clearly in the face of adversity. So Devi Bhagavatam describes it with grandeur. Fully possible to even imagine or even comprehend to visualize the amount of war that started to outsow. Arrows, axes, clubs, trident, chakras, weapons. War started to break out between the Asuras, Mahishasura, and the Devas, because Indra didn't want to give up his throne. And through this, what Indra did. When you are having a trouble, when you are having an issue, when you are having pain, when you are having problems, what do you turn to? Bhagwan. So Indra decided, he said, I'm going to go to Bhagwan. And I'm going to call upon the Holy Trinity. I'm going to call upon Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. And when he calls upon them, they come to him and they say, let us try to attempt to fight Mahishasura. Brahma tries to fight, no use. Vishnu lets out the Sudarshan Chakra, not much use. Shiva fights him with the trident, still not much use. He fought and they fought. Indra and the Devas started to begin to cry. Just imagine you are going through something, you call upon Bhagwan, which would not happen, but you call upon Bhagwan, and Bhagwan is saying, we're having a rebuttal, we can't really win right now, we're working on it. So Indra and Devas, they start to cry and they're worried. What do we do? What do we do? And Mahishasura had his bone. Remember, he was achieving many boons. He could have changed his shape. He could have changed his form. Different upon different form. He was becoming different versions of himself. And you know what happened? Unfortunately, the Devas had to leave. They lost. They fled. Indra left the heavens. Yamraj, who was there, left. Kubir left. Shiva left. Vishnu left. Brahma left. Mahishasura got his throne. And the war fought on for 100 years. This Mahishasura, puffed with pride, acquired the seat of Indra. And he sat down on the most sacred heavenly throne that was ever there. He occupied all the Devas' forces. And the Devas, they were left homeless, it says. They wandered around in caves, they wandered around in forests and hills, tired, defeated, without any purpose. And what does this mean for us? You see, Hinduism and Sanatana Dharma is so beautiful that everything has a symbolic meaning behind it. Our own inner world, the Devas, our higher faculties. Indra is our own vivek, our own discriminating intelligence, unwavering intelligence. The part of us that we too know right from wrong. The whispers that says to us, am I doing the right thing or am I doing the wrong thing? Yamraj is that sense of consequence, of discipline, of justice that we have. Varun is the consciousness, the sense of all that is. Agni is a purifying fire, but a purifying mindset that we can have and attain. And Mahishasura, remember that unchecked ego is what exists in us sometimes too. And that ego will sit in the throne in here when those higher faculties are destroyed. They are displaced. Same way they are displaced in Lila, it's displaced inside of us sometimes too. Sometimes they go quiet, sometimes they wander. They feel homeless inside us. We know that feeling sometimes when the ego gets loud. I have a slight ego sometimes when I make something. I say, this tastes the best. Nobody can make this as good as me. This is the best tasting food. Until my mommy would make something and I say, no, she's right. That's better. The ego exists in all of us. There's an ego here. But we must learn how to tame it. We must learn how to put pride down. We must learn when there's times to forgive, to let go, to be humble. Things Mahishasura didn't have. And the same way the Devas kept fighting, we must be fighting to overcome it. And Mahishasura is on this throne. And the world is in need of who? Devi. Remember what he asked for? He said, no man can defeat me. No one can defeat me. The world is waiting for this Devi. The Devas were tired. So tired. They did not know what else to do. And think about that word tired. Not just physically exhausted, though after 100 years of war, but they were actually deeply tired. They tried to strategize, they tried to use every weapon. They watched everything in front of them fall apart. And we all know this tiredness, I'm sure. I'm seeing a few tired faces. Only 3 nights into Navratri, it's already taking a toll, I know. And we have 6 more to go. The tiredness that sometimes that we face when we have and it's the truth of the world, you know, when we may have a bad marriage, when we may have a child who's not excelling the way we would like, when we have something going on or something that's in our life. The same way Devas are tired, we get tired sometimes. But when the Devas are at their lowest, what do? What is the only action to turn to when you are tired? One. It's a repetitive process. I know you heard it 100 times over, from pundits over and over. There's a reminder that when you are tired, turn to Bhagwan. Listen to the praises, the exploits, the pastime, the words of Prabhu. And when the Devas were tired, they decided to go back to Brahma. And they were Brahma, they say, you know, Brahmaji, you were the one who granted this boon to Mahishasura, fix it. So Brahma says, well, I can't take it back. It's too late, Mahishasura is already where he's at. Let us go to Shiva and see what Shiva says. They go to Shiva. Shiva said, but Brahma, you are the one who decided to give him this boon. Why would you do such a thing? Let us go to Vaikuntha. That's Vishnu. And the two of them, we visualize it, the two of them says, okay, let's go. They go to Vaikuntha to meet Sri Vishnu. And Vishnu says, you know what? I have a plan. I have a plan. We can do something and conjure up something, for lack of a better term, to defeat Mahishasura. I know Vishnu, he smiled. I always love hearing Katha when they say Bhagwan smiles. Yesterday we say Shri Ram smiled. Vishnu smiled because you could just picture the beauty in it. He had a plan, just as Bhagwan always has a plan. Whether you believe it or you want to accept it or not, Bhagwan has a plan for every one of his devotees, and he has a plan in this instance. Vishnu smiled because something shifted. He came up with a strategy. And he said, you know what, we fought before, and this Asura cannot have been killed. But let us do something. Let us create this beautiful female deity out of a collective energy that exists in each one of us. And that deity that Devi would be able to easily destroy this demon. So I ask all of you with me, let's take all of our collective energies and put it to the formation of this Devi. And in that moment right there, they realize something about Lita. That they realize that we know what to do. We know what to do. And you all know what to do too. Because that's what moments like this, like Navratri, are. These 9 nights aren't just religious observances. They're not just like about lighting the diyas and offering the flowers and giving the prasad. No. There's a practice into surrendering to Bhagavan to learn something too. The practice of recognizing the force, just as the Devas recognized that they needed a female deity of Devi, we need to recognize that we need that Devi, that Shakti as well. So they offered themselves. Decided to offer themselves. Sri Vishnu spoke these words, and the Devas stood together in total triumph. They took the four-facedness of Brahma and they created a big orange dazzling glow. A fire so fierce, a fire so beautiful, as it says in Devi Bhagavad. From the body of Shiva, it takes this fiery spirit, silvery white. He's known as Mahakal. He has a terrible, unbearable form too. He takes it from himself. You see a blue light emerge. Vishnu, he takes a piece of himself and he says, I'm going to put it here. Deep as the ocean, vast as the sky, these energies are coming together. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. From Indra, the energy comes. From Yamraj, the energy comes. From all the devatas, they came together and they formed this ball of energy. And in this light, in this energy, it merged into one great atom. Vishnu and other devatas, they're standing there. They are so surprised about what they have formed, what they have created. And they're looking steadfast at this energy ball. And out of that energy ball, an luminous figure emerged. That luminous figure, beautiful face, beautiful eyes, 3 eyes, nose, red lips, black hair. She emerges. She emerges with 18 hands, red fingers, all the different aspects. It goes into deep detail. I won't go so far into detail, but deep detail about what each one of the devatas gave to this Devi. What she achieved, what she got from them, from the weapons, from the boons. She's holding every single representation. We saw the Murti, or we saw the picture before, or the image before, I should say. From the various parts of these energies, it came together to create this Devi. And Vishnu gave her the Sudarshan Chakra. Varun gave her the conch. Vayu gave her the bow. She's ready, she's complete, she has emerged as this form of Shakti. And you know what she does? When she's emerged, you know what she does? She laughs. She smiles and she laughs. Again, Prabhu laughs. Ma laughs. She's smiling there. And Devi Bhagavatam says that she laughed so loud that it roared across the worlds. The earth trembled with her laugh. The vast oceans, the waves started to agitate. The mountains began to move. The roar filled all the quarters. And you know who heard it? You know who heard the laugh? Mahishasura. In his throne, he's hearing this laugh and he says, but what was that? I know that there's no female around to laugh in that manner. No. He sends his minister, he says, go and find out what that is. Go and find out what that laugh was, and the ministers decided to go. They decided to go and find out what was that. And when they reached, they see this form of Devi, again so beautiful, so immersive. They say, but you know what, let's go back and tell Mahishasura what we saw. They went back to Mahishasura and they explained to him, there's a beautiful form of Devi, a beautiful female, a beautiful woman. She's so inquisitive. We should go and inquire about who she is. And Mahishasura, you know what he does? He's such a murk. He's such a fool. He said, before I say something, or meet her in a manner, he said, "Oh messenger, go back and ask if she wants to marry me." He says, "I want to marry her. Go and ask her if she wants to take my hand in marriage." The messenger goes back to Devi. I fast forward just a little bit. The messenger goes back to Devi and he says, "Do you want to marry Mahishasura? Come, we have all the riches, we have all the gold, we have everything. He is the new Indra. He is the king of the Devas." And again she laughs at him. She laughs at the messenger and says, "I am telling you something. Go back and tell Mahishasura that it's either Patal or death. He has a choice. Either he takes himself off the throne and he goes to Patal, or I will take him out." And the messenger says, "Okay, I'll go back and tell the messenger, I'll go back and tell Mahishasura." Goes back to Mahishasura, "Huh? No way. I can marry her. She'll be a good consort for me." And you know when there's a fool, and the fool is surrounded by other fools, they influence his foolish behavior. So they're saying, "But Mahishasura, you will get her. Make yourself look nice." Because remember, he's a buffalo form demon, and he's what he looks like. Make yourself look nice, and she will fall in love with you. Mahishasura said, "Okay." He transforms himself, because he has that boon, to a beautiful Brahmin or beautiful king, gold, bedecked. And he says, "I'm going to get my queen consort." He goes out to Devi. I know how beautiful that Devi is, and how she knows, and a young woman, she knows her worth, that she didn't even go to Mahishasura first. She stayed where she was at, and she waited for him to come. And she's still there, and she's smiling, and she's laughing. And he comes, he says, "Oh, beautiful lady, you will make a beautiful queen of mine. Would you marry me?" And I love her responses. It says, "Stupid one, a fool. Oh, murk, oh, fool. You really think that I, the combination of all these devas, the one who is exemplified in greatest Shakti, want to be your wife? I'm okay. I'm giving you an ultimatum. Again, Patal or off with your head." And Mahishasura says, "Okay, so be it." And they decided to fight a war. They fought. Devi destroyed every single one of the generals, every single one of his members of his army and his parliament. She's defeating all of them. And it came to a point where she decided that she's going to defeat him too. She doesn't chase. She continuously fights his army in that same spot. That's how powerful she is. Fighting and fighting, years go by of fighting. And Mahishasura decided, "You know what, I'm going to show my real form now." He transforms himself back into this buffalo. He transforms himself into a lion. He transforms himself into an elephant. He's doing different things he's transforming. And you know what? There's a practical essence of this too. Sometimes that ego, remember Mahishasura's ego, sometimes that ego transforms itself into different characteristics within us. Sometimes we would say, "I am not proud, I'm just confident. I know my worth." Sometimes we say, "But I'm not angry, I'm righteous because they did me wrong. I have every right to feel the way I do." Sometimes we say, "But I am not greedy, I'm just an ambitious person, I want. I am not attached, I just love my car so much." We're just justifying it. Mahishasura is just justifying his ego in different aspects and forms. That's why he's becoming a lion, he's becoming an elephant, he's jumping around all over this, trying to have a different form to defeat Devi. And you know something? Every time an awareness comes to our mind, just that ego, we mask it with a costume. It never fights honestly. It would never stand still, and we shouldn't reflect on that. That if we start to see a quality, don't be like Mahishasura and mask it. Understand it and face it like Shakti would. That is why Navratri is 9 nights. It's not just one night. That's a specialness, and it's 4 times a year. If we didn't know, we celebrate 2 major ones, but Navratri is really 4 times a year. Look how much opportunities, 36 opportunities you could say, of transformative change that we can make. And you know what? Devi didn't just defeat Mahishasura in one stroke, but she could have. The battle was long and it was exhausting because she wanted to rid every single one of those qualities. She didn't just hit home with ego alone. Shakti doesn't just hit home and rid the ego alone. Shakti can remove every one of the negative qualities that we may have. And that is exactly what Chandraganta Mata, night after night, what she exemplifies and represents. Last night, Brahmacharini is calm. She's reserved. She has the mala, the kamandalu, but Chandraganta, no. She has a crescent on her forehead. Chandraganta, Chandra, the moon, the bell. She lets you know that I'm fierce and that I'm strong. And young women, you are strong and fierce just like the Devi, the Shakti. And finally, after toying with him, I would say, she decides to rid the world of Mahishasura. She decides to rid the world of Mahishasura. And she takes that same chakra. Whoosh. Mahishasura no longer exists. Ego alone no longer exists. Ego within all of us no longer exists when we have Shakti, your Devi, your mind. Loud acclamations of victory from the Devatas. They are celebrating, they are rejoicing, they are happy. We have defeated this Mahishasura. The Devas, the Rishis, the Munis, everyone is happy. They're so elated. And you know what? She says to them, and this was her reply, her actual reply. She says, "Oh Devas, understand if you have anything difficult for me to do ever in any lifetime, remember me whenever difficulty arises. I will destroy that evil." My saying to her devotees, whenever difficulty arises, I will destroy that evil. She didn't say you was welcome. She didn't say, okay, well now we're even and now you owe me one. She says, I constantly call upon me and I will remove that difficulty. That is the promise of Ma. That is the beauty of Devi. Just as a mother would, just as your real life mother would, no matter how big it is, or how much pain you go through, or how hurt it is, you could go into her lap, no? And she will make you feel okay. Our celestial mother is the same way. Whenever we have pain or sadness or hurt, we turn to her and she will hold us and make sure we're okay. You see, Shiva was a little rough. We heard the Katha with Ganesh. I don't want to veer. But he's a little rough. He's a father figure. The male tends to be like that. But Devi, no. Always soft. Always loves her devotees like her mother would. So many devotees. I had so much more planned. Time just gets away from us. And we have yet to make offerings. We want to hear more beautiful bhajans. We have Arti, Hawan. But as I recap tonight's Katha, Mahishasura was not born of evil. Remember that. He was born from grief, from a desire, an extraordinary circumstance that his parents accrued to him. He decided to do his own tapasya. He climbed the ladder, he did what he needed to do. He was a devotee, but he made the wrong choices. I'm here to remind you, please devotees, make the right choices. Don't be a Mahishasura. Have that discipline, make those sacrifices, make the right choices. Even though he conquered the heavens, he was not satisfied. Are we satisfied? Are we satisfied with our jobs? Are we satisfied with our academics? Are we contented in what we have? Or do we say, well, I want more? Having is good. Be content with enough. And he had everything, but it was never enough. And remember, ego tends to do that. No amount of conquest, no amount of what he did, will he ever feel that it was enough. And David reminds us of what is enough. When he opened those hands, as I said last night, when he opened those hands, he said, Bhagwan, Prabhu, Devi, it's for you to give me. The Devi will give us, just as she gave the Devas. Just as she gave when Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh came to her. They got their answer and their prayers were answered. So too, your prayer can be answered. And sometimes all it does All it takes, my devotees, is to ask. Is to ask. Only you know truly what you would like from Bhagavan. Make the right choices and ask. Adi Shakti Jagdamba Mata Ki. My dear devotees, I know it was a lot. Last night we had finished a little past time, so I tried better today. I want to say again, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity, for being gracious to have me here the last 2 nights to read, to share with you from the Holy Scriptures around Chaturmanas, and tonight Devi Bhagavat. We will have a few bhajans while we allow people the opportunity, devotees the opportunity, I should say rather, to make their offerings. Whoever came with prasad, whoever would like to offer flower, whoever would like to do arti. It is Saturday night, so have the opportunity, come together, make arti to Ma. She is there for you to achieve blessings from. We hear bhajans in the meantime, then you won't hear much of me afterwards. Like I said, thank you. We will go straight into Havan, straight into arti, and tomorrow we'll be back here again for Katha, following, continuing Navratri. Again, my humble Sitaram, and thank you. Adi Shakti Jagdamba Mata Ki.
Oh,
Devotees, we join together in horn. We say Swa.
No, we're not sure. Last one.
Okay. We join Purnavati, we all stand as we make our final offering to Havan into Agni Devata. Om Purnamidam Purnamidat Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Punnamanaya Punnameva Vashishyate Om Sarvai Punnavam Swaha Om Sarvai Punnavam Swaha Om Sarvai Punnavam Swaha Om Vanaspatirashurutam Gandayo Gandartam Agriya Sarvemanam Rupoyam Pratikritam Om Shri Akshmanyam Samarpayami Vishashahanzava Agni Pasava Om Papo Ham Papo Kramaham Papa Atma Papa Sambhava Trahimam Pundarikaksha Sarva Papa Haru Hari Shri Agni Devata Ki Jai. We join together in Aarti. Tell these are prepared for everyone. We can all perform Aarti. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakt Jano ke sankat Das Jano ke sankat Sharan mein jod kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare We say, O Prabhu, Daya Karo, Raksha Karo, Kripa Karo, have mercy upon me. Give me the strength. We say, Prabhu ji, daya karo, raksha karo, kripa karo. We say, tantra mantra puja nahi janu, metu kevat tum koi manu. Oh Lord, I may not know any mantras, I may not know any tantras, I may not know any yantras, I may not even know how to say Om. But what I do know how to do, Prabhu, is I know how to love. All voices. Prabhu ji, Prabhu ji, Prabhu ji. Tantra mantra puja nahi janu, tantra mantra puja nahi janu, main to kevat tumko hi manu, main to kevat tumko hi manu. Prabhu ji, Prabhu ji, Prabhu ji, daya karo, man mein aan baso. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu, Mangalam Garudapraja, Mangalam Pundarikaksha, Mangalaye Tano Hari. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santo Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kashchit Dukha Bhavave. All voices. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mamadeva Deva. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Adishakti Chandraganta Mata ki, Adishakti Rinamba Mata ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki, Namah Parvate Pata Hara Hara Mahadev. I wish you all the best Sunday ahead and the rest of the week ahead. I hope to see you all again as we culminate and we continue on Navratri celebrations. Hari Om, Tat Sat.
Sitaram devotees, for the last 2 nights we have been listening to Pandit Krish, and as they say, practice what you preach, and that is exactly what he demonstrated. Yesterday his lesson was sacrifice and commitment, and this is what he has been doing in this path he has chosen, being a Pandit. This was not thrown to him, it was his choice. And honestly, you have been doing quite a great job. And we wish Mother Durga shower blessings and continue in this great path you have chosen. I know your entire family have been proud. Your mom, hearing me yesterday, she said she wanted to cry hearing you on the sing that song. So you're free to do so here. As we continue, tomorrow night we have another young Pandit, Pandit Dhruv Prasad. So join us then tomorrow and Monday night. From Tuesday night we will have Pandit Ravi, who was here for the opening night, and he will continue to the closing. He'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. On Wednesday, we'll be having the Kanya Puja and Durga Puja. So if you have your little girls and even boys, bring them along. We will do the Kanya Puja right after the first Arati, because we know it's a school week and some of the children cannot make the hours. So if you want to take them home, that's fine. Also on Thursday, we will be having Ram Navami Puja from 10:30 a.m. to noon. So if you can make it, you can join us here. And Sitaram, thank you. Oh yes, a round of applause to the Radha. He grew up in this temple as a little boy, so this is no strange place to him.
Thank you.
I know to mention our Shroda for tonight. He will also be the Shroda for tomorrow night and also the last night. Mr. Ramesh and wife and the whole family is here. Thank you.